A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. Return starts at the 3. Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. They're throwing it. Escapes the pocket. Hits his running back. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 39. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was B.J. Ojulari on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Connects with Johnson. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Josh Sweat making the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They give to Allen out of the shotgun. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Coming left is Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down. A handoff to Tracy. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They motion the slot man right. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll throw it. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey. 2-2, what?
They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Stopped by Chop Robinson. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Omaha, Omaha.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Makes the connection to James Conner. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And they bring him down around the 34. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
The first down carry for Conner. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun, it's Murray. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Straight ahead, it's Conner. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Hey, Ace.
Tossing this out to Conner. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Easy.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. He's on the move. Jukes one defender. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Field goal attempts coming here from Chad Ryland. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Badgley able to knock it through. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he's stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Allen trying this straight ahead. No one around. He's got space. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Working quickly here. From the 45 on second down. He finds Johnson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run. And now what will they do on 4th?
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to throw, needing a first. Throw caught by his running back. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs. Brock, they pick up the first instead.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Has him on the quick hitter. It's inside the 10. Touchdown, New York! The Giants get some late points and the lead. Tanner Brown on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. Chooses to bring this one out. And not a bad place for them to start, up past the 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's a Cardinals first down. Connor here from the gun. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey. Big Ace open, Big Ace open. 2-2.
Back to throw, Murray. This will be cut by Connor. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
2-2, what?
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Go on, Eric.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Hey. 4-1.
They'll go, Connor. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Big Ace.
Murray here on first down. That pass is complete to McBride. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Big Ace, Big Ace.
Now Murray on the play fake. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Paulson Adebo's got it. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Another try following the sack. He's going deep this time. This is caught inside the 15. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down. From the red zone now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Catch is made in close. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now, but will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Brown able to tack on the point after. And the Giants double their lead to 14. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. From his own end zone, here we go. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's complete. Here's Connor. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks. Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Hey, 2-2. Hey, Larry. Hold up.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll get this one to Connor. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start, up close to the 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Giants football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll go left side with Tracy. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Higgins makes the catch. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. They're set up at the 35 now. Running it after the penalty. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tackle there from Dalvin Tomlinson. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 13 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Here's 2nd and 11. Connects with Johnson. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
He'll throw on first. That one's incomplete. Couldn't connect.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Let's go.
Pass play coming here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Cardinals going nickel here, third down. Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
And it'll be touchdown a little before the 20. They're out and set, first and 10.
Coach. 1-1.
Play action now, Murray. Puts his body on the line, and he got it! It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9.
Hey, Ace. 2.
Kyler throwing here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. Connor on the inside give. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the... They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Caught near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Trying to run it in, Connor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
One more time with Connor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Cut near the goal line. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
2.
They snap it to Murray. Forced out to his right. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
They'll come out throwing. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
This is Allen on the give. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Has him on the quick hitter. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Slot man in motion right. And this isn't result quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They'll try and throw it here. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw now. Catch made by Allen. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate, and we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Tracy. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They go right back to Tracy. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Giants go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Brown adds the PAT. And the Giants double their lead to 14. The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he's well across the 45, almost all the way to midfield before going out.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Murray here on 1st down. He's got Harrison. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, Murray. Headed right through the middle of the field. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Connor. And he's brought down for a loss.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out, because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Murray on 3rd down. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals 14 points back. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Carry here for Connor. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Cardinals now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a James Conner touchdown. Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Cardinals 17. Chad Ryland to kick kickoff.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Ball at the 33 for first down.
Let's go.
Shotgun. What a hit! And the ball's loose! And the Cardinals grab it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Green, green, green. Buzz, 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 buzz.
Back to throw! Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he is to throw! Toward the sideline, and he's got it! And he gets him the touchdown! And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
This one is up and good. And the Cardinals tie this game up. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he lost it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on touchbacks. It's almost like they're sprinting to the finish line. They sprinted, and they took the ball away to boot.
The first down carry for Connor. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So now it all comes down to Chad Ryland. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So it all comes down to the right foot of their kicker. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. The kick is good. He got it. And the third time he puts it through will be the charm. They won it. So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.